This is my second playthrough of Sleeping Gods Distant Skies. The first one was pretty quick. I started filming it and then I decided, and I probably need to really focus in on the game, something I'm going to be reviewing. So this is likely to come out first, and then I'm going to drop the review. That's something I'm working on right now. In fact, this is part of that process. So let's see here. We're going to fast forward a little bit through kind of the tutorial portion and just jump right into the game. I just have to collect some quests here. 14, 15, 16, and 17 are what I'm starting with. So I'm playing this again because the very first playthrough, I didn't go a lot of places. In fact, I think it was 4 of 9 spots. So I didn't even go to half of the map spaces. I did basically clear the map in each of those spots. So for my own enjoyment, I'm gonna go in the complete opposite direction here. And obviously this is full of spoilers. If you do not want to be spoiled on this game, then move on. I will say, I got through very, very little in my playthrough. And in this playthrough, relative to the entire game, I will get through very, very little. Certainly an ending may be spoiled for you. But if you were to watch this and go in an opposite direction, you more than likely could continue in that direction, finish your playthrough, and not really play much of what I'm playing here other than the first few kind of places. All right. We are Claire here, Claire Smith, sitting here on this spot in Henrik's camp. Where the airplane is currently parked. There's mechanics to move the airplane. Each and every turn, we have a certain number of time to spin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 time to spin. We can pass on 4 and get an extra time for the next time. Each and every time we are drawing ability cards, which we'll get into a little bit later, and 1 event card. Event cards can be good, bad, mostly bad, and you're dealing with those each and every time. The event cards will also act as a timer. We'll end up having to kind of slide some special events in there as well as we go along on our journey. We have Claire, obviously, who is technically controlled by all players in the solo game. Obviously, that doesn't matter. Along with Jesse, who I think is her cousin or something like that. Ed and Miguel, that's father and soon-to-be son-in-law here. And then Azarius, who acts as kind of a guide throughout the story. Our main goal here are to complete these totems. This is very much a resource management game. We have to, in a normal game, have to complete at least 5 totems. I don't think I'm supposed to know that yet in this story. I can't remember if you get that information yet or not, or maybe it's later, but you know that you have to complete totems. You complete totems by collecting these specialty resources, and these specialty resources are used for completing the totems. They also have special effects on them. There's also normal resources that you're going to use all throughout the game as well. So that is where we're starting here. Let's see. We also have some starting adventure cards here. Adventure cards just kind of help to boost your playthrough and give you the things you need when you need them. We're going to continue to add to this deck. You add more and more and more until you are frankly overpowered in some instances. We also have adventure combat cards that we start with. We start with 14. When we get to combat, we will talk about that. Let's see. I think I'm missing some resources I need to start with. Let me check that out. Yes. I need a meat and a wilted carrot, whatever the heck that thing is. So those are our starting resources. And we just kind of get going here. Really. I do have the Foreteller app. We'll be trying to listen to that. I found it was pretty buggy on my first playthrough. So we'll see if we can get it to work, number one, and yeah, and see if we can help have it add to our playthrough here. So yeah, we're gonna go by drawing a couple ability cards. Oh, I forgot, I need to have an ability card for each person drawn. I think it doesn't make sense. I don't know if these should already be equipped or not. I didn't equip them the first time, so I'm not going to equip them now. These are just kind of your starting hand. And just an FYI, to play an ability card, you just have to pay the number of card symbols to play it. So in this case, to play this hunt, I would pay these 2 to equip it on a person. I didn't really equip ability cards until I really needed them, really needed the symbols for skill checks. By the way, they add to skill checks as well as kind of giving you special abilities. So we're not going to worry about those too much now. So to begin our turn, we draw 2 more. We can look at these a little bit later. I'm not too worried about them. And then draw our first event card here. This is a new one for me. Miguel meets a man with white eyes who cursed him with greed. All right, so now we have our very first skill check. And we need, oh, what is this? All right, so we need 9 savvy. So another way that this game works are with these stamina tokens. In order to commit a character towards a skill check, you have to commit a stamina. The only way to get stamina back is to camp. In my mind, I had plenty of camps throughout my last play, which was relatively short, but basically you cross off a camp every time you camp. You also recover 2 health, gain all your stamina back, and get all of your adventure cards back as well. So yeah, so well, you know, we're gonna go ahead and try to do this here. So to perform it, I have 2 from Miguel, 2 from Azarius, 1 from Ed, and 1 from Claire. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have to draw. So we draw an ability card, and there's like a little boost symbol. What is that called? Just to be proper here. Fate. We draw fate. We need a fate of 3 or better, and we get it. We have a fate of 5, so we do pass it. We don't have to fail and take that penalty there. We do gain a torch, which I noticed in my first playthrough, torches, for at least for me, weren't very readily available. And they also helped to pass certain scenarios. They also give you 1 extra damage when you really need that damage. So that's the event. That's it. Now I spend my time here, and that is a turn. Basically, you're going to spend most of your time on traveling, which is 1 time to travel 1 space, orthogonally, not diagonally. Explore costs 2 time. We can fly. So there's different areas here, which are different areas on the map. I didn't fly very often. I probably won't fly very often at all this time. But there are some cards that come up that make you want to fly. So there's that. And then you can also pay a time to repair your plane. And actually, this is left over from last playthrough. I have full health, full fuel on said plane. So I'm going to start off right here with 1. We're going to explore, spend 2 time, and go to number 1. So we're going to spend 2 time, go to number 1 here. Oh, there's my book. That's what I'm looking for. I literally just had a little bit of a brain fart. All right. So this is it. The beginning. All right. We do not have any keywords yet, so those are not relevant. I've got the app hooked up to the audio system, which I won't be able to hear unless I plug in. So forgive the headphones during that time.
Henrik rests near a smoky fire. A piece of spit-skewered meat sizzles over the dancing flames. Do you A, examine Henrik's collection of books and maps? B, ask Henrik where the lost passengers went? C, ask Henrik what happened to his plane? D, check on your plane's cargo? Or E, leave?
All right, we are going to try and pass this skill check here of Savvy 7. So we know how this goes. I'm going to go ahead and commit all of these guys. Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I do have an extra card that can get me a Savvy if need be. So maybe I won't commit all of them. Claire is pretty powerful in general, so I'm going to just commit Ed, Azarius, and Miguel, and we're going to draw our fate. We're sitting at 5 and we need 7, so 2 or more, we get it. Oh, we hit right on 2. There we go. We will take it.
A gently folded parchment falls from one of Henrik's journals. It's a map leading to a temple in the mountains to the northwest.
All right, so we are looking for We deciphered a map of a temple in the mountains to the northwest of Henrik's camp, so we'll want to keep that in mind. I did get that the first time around, and I did not complete it. Spoiler alert, I didn't complete much. There are quite a few quests left over, and you're still able to complete the campaign. So turn to 1. We can keep going. We're going to ask Henrik where the lost passengers went. So we'll just kind of keep going down this list here.
Help me with supper, and I will tell you what I know.
Henrik hands you a smooth clay pot of dried herbs.
They all split up, just as soon as we met Mikra. Some went looking for totems. A few of us stayed here to wait for the other passengers to return.
How many passengers were there?
You ask.
There were 20 when we landed, but not all are still alive. The twins and I were waiting here for the others to return with enough totems for Mikra. But now that we have you to help us, our chances are much greater.
Twins?
Asks Ed.
I didn't see anyone else around.
Yes, there was a young woman and her brother. They went to the lake to catch fish, but I haven't seen them in days.
All right, so we gain quest 5 here. Keyword twins now. That's another one I did not complete. Let's see, and then I get adventure card 28. This is where you start to kind of build power or getting these adventure cards. And this is a great one. I can convert meat into 3 health called roast meat. So that just goes into my adventure card pile. And twins keeps going. And then we can kind of keep going on all of these. We're going to go to 1.4 now.
If your plane was destroyed when you came through the portal, how did you survive?
Henrik's eyes betray an anger that his voice doesn't show.
We landed safely, but Ibsen took the plane back up, the selfish bastard. Of course, he didn't make it. The Health Arc got him. Dashed the plane against the cliffs like it was a sparrow.
Healthark? You mean the monster?
That monster is the guardian of the God Eye.
Henrik explains.
That's what the local calls the portal. The Health Arc protects this world from people like us.
Can it be killed?
Azarius replies.
You're looking for a quick solution, but there is none. You can't kill a titan with guns and knives. No, you must try to make the monster sleep. We must get Mikra's help.
All right, that health arc is that pterodactyl thing that's chasing us around. That's the reason we are in this mess in the first place, and why we're trying to restore those totems, to restore Mikra's power, to help fend off that thing so we can get out of here and go back home to San Francisco. All right, back to 1 here. What do we got? All right, check on your plane's cargo. The plane must be at Henrik's camp. Unavailable if keyword art. I don't have keyword art. Turn to 1.9.
We've been robbed.
Ed stands next to an open crate, entirely devoid of any valuable artworks.
All the crates are empty. I'm ruined.
No!
Shouts Miguel, searching around the empty crates as though the missing art could have merely been misplaced.
How could this happen?
Azarius approaches, looking mildly concerned.
What has been stolen?
Art.
Explains Jesse, also searching around for potential clues.
You know, paintings and stuff. Ed makes a living as an art trader. He had a big sale lined up in Honolulu.
I see.
Says Azarius, his tone dismissive.
This is about money then. Aren't there more important things to worry about right now? Like getting you all back home?
It's not about money.
Snaps Ed.
There was a...
Ed glances at Miguel, looking suddenly guilty.
Never mind. We need to get my stolen property back as soon as possible. This has to be our top priority. I insist on it.
You agree to keep an eye out the next time you're at a market to see if you can catch anyone attempting to sell any of the stolen pieces.
All right, gain quest to 156. All right, now we do have keyword art here. looking for Ed's collection. Ed sounded like he was hiding something. I didn't figure it out last time. Maybe I'll figure it out this time. You never know. All right, here, turn back to 1. Ugh. All right, that's it. We're going to leave and return to the map here. Okay, so now the question is here in the map. I basically went this way and up last time. I think I'm going to go. So we're here at Henrik's camp right now. I'm going to go up and out. I didn't explore any of this over here. So I'm wondering if I should go to the left first. Maybe go here, up and out of here. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll move once to 5, and then we're going to go ahead and explore and spend our last 2 time. We have a wandering encounter. No storyline here. All right, so basically the way these wandering encounters work is I have standees for all of the characters, and we are committing them. They still will take the stamina. And yeah, so we kind of look around here. Those are all the different options. There's some skill checks, some not. Like if I want these quest cards, I can go there. I do like adventure cards. The tricky part about that, 4 of craft skill. Yeah, I am going to do that. I'm going to go here, and I do have a backup card. So Claire's committed. We'll put her thing there just so I remember. Fail no reward. I don't think it's likely, because I have to commit Claire, that I'm going to hit on the 6 Moxie. She's the only one with 2 Moxie. Strength. I have Azarius with strength, with 2 strength here. The question is, now I can probably look at equipping him with strength to help out. Ooh, I have a 3 and a 2 card strength that I could possibly equip. The 3 card is great. It gives an extra block, and that is huge for 3 cards. The other one is pay a stamina for 2 block. I hate paying a stamina. It just kind of ruins my day. So I think I'm just going to kind of get crazy here and pay. I don't look too hard at the ability cards on what I'm paying. You know, it is what it is. And we're going to go ahead and equip that. So Azarius can come up here. He has 3. The likeliness of him getting 2 or better is probably pretty good. And then we have another adventure card here. We're going to go ahead and put Miguel and Ed, the dynamic duo here. And they have a combination of 3. So yeah. And then Jesse can just go. Well, I guess I have to pay for him. Pay for Azarius there. And we may want to camp after this to get our stamina tokens back. We're spending lots of stamina out of the gates. But we will use Jesse to get quest card 28. So we'll start there. We'll grab quest card 28. And that's kind of what the game is, you know, you're just kind of grabbing quest cards, stowing them away. Some people might have better memory than I do, and you actually use the quest cards and go search the things out. I just didn't. I found I kind of dumb lucked into some of them, and some of them I didn't. You spot a frog placidly sitting beneath a tuft of grass, waiting for a snack to walk by. The frog has 3 branching horns above its eyes. It hops into your hand and settles in for a nap. Gain adventure card 107. Place this card in completed quest. I did not do this last time. That is super exciting. I love a free adventure card. We'll see if it's frog themed. Oh, I already forgot what it was. 107. I like it. Love getting adventure cards. It's like the most exciting part of the game for me. And then we have a frog, of course. Looks like we can trade a resource to repull fate. That's okay. I think that's all right. I feel like every time I use an ability to repull fate on a skill check, it didn't work out for me very well. So we'll have to see how that goes. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and take Jesse back. Now we're gonna try and deal with this here. We're gonna draw fate. We already have 2. We need 2 or better on this, and we get 5 fate, so we do pass it. We don't fail, and we get another adventure card. Once again, super exciting. I believe I had this card on my last playthrough, and yes, this is a good one. I can ignore cold or 2 block. I use this one all the time, so that is good. So far, so good here. I guess I should probably take these off the standee on this playthrough because you can't see them. All right, so now we have Zarius. He needs 5 strength. He's sitting at 3. All we need is a 2, and we get a 2. We pass it. Quest card 27. We're just breezing through. Nice and easy. Relaxing, looking for some survivors from Henrik's camp. Gonna complete some totems and kick the Health Ark's ass, or whatever its name is. Keyword bell. So thin branches are haphazard ladder, arching as you climb to the top of the tree. To the north, behind a wave of fog, you spot the top of a bell tower. A huge falcon emerges from a window and flaps eastward until you lose sight of it. I got this one last time and I did not complete it. So lots of stuff that I've seen, but I actually didn't complete and see them through. So yeah. All right, so now we have to get 6. We have 3 here. We need 3 or better. We really need 2 or better because we do have an adventure card to deal with it. We get 1. I think this is going to be a fail because I can only get, yeah, that is failure. We're going to go ahead and, last time I used Miguel as my punching bag, and I'm going to go ahead and do it again. I'm not even going to spread the damage. He gets all 5 of it. The good news is we still get the adventure card. That is a positive, which I think is kind of weird. It feels a little anticlimactic when you actually still get the reward. I guess you are getting a punishment, and 5 health is nothing to sneeze about. So, it is what it is. We'll got to put all these back, clean this up. Wandering encounter is complete. Yeah, I came across a few of those. Wandering encounters are super fun. I like them. Oh yeah, I forgot. What's the adventure card? 35. Ugh. Pretty sure I had this one before as well. Ooh, and yes, Lucran gloves. I use this one a lot. It's 3 block. And that's that. All right, so that is an entire turn. So that's it. There's nothing else more to it other than plain actions. But really, that's it. There's, you're gathering quests, gathering adventure cards. We're going to eventually battle some people, maybe get in trouble with some bosses. Got the wandering encounters there. So we're just going to kind of keep on keeping on here. And we just start the next turn by simply grabbing our ability cards. One thing I did forget a lot is there's some end of turn effects that end up popping up. So forgive me when I inevitably actually forget those. Those will come up via events, and this might be one here. Yes, it does. So Jesse needs to help repair some broken weapons. Ongoing, if I roll -1 on combat, -1 health, that sucks. It remains in place until, skill check on the crafting. That does kind of suck. I didn't build up craft skill last time at all. I had to kind of avoid some of those skill checks. So, we will see. Because we do not want -1 health every time we roll -1 dice. Now, if we fail it, we're going to take 6 damage. But we will also gain a rope, which does come in handy, but it's kind of a basic resource. Okay, so we're going to go 1, 2, and now 3. 1, 2, 3. You know what? Do I have the adventure card to... I might as well hit up here in this top left corner. I don't... I have the card to avoid this, but I can't avoid that. Those are hazards, and you take 3 damage by going onto him, but screw it. We're going to go ahead and do it. We'll use 1 more. We're going to take the 3 damage, and I won't give Miguel any more damage here. So I'll spread it out, and that's our entire turn. That was the last movement here, and we are back up to top. Rinsing and repeating here. Sometimes you just kind of get going. We got a couple more ability cards. I don't know, out there, if you've played this, did you spend a ton of time looking at the abilities and kind of thinking about how you're leveling up your character? I didn't tend to. I felt like there was so much going on this last time that I didn't do it too often. But, you know, I don't know. So once again, you know, once I come to the skill checks where I actually need them, I might use them. But we're just going to put them off to the side here. Now we have another event. Once again, we got to deal with Hunting Health Arc. The Health Arc sees your plane. You must take off before it attacks. So this is where the planes start becoming, moving the plane starts becoming a necessity up to an extent. So, and this is also the thing in my first play. So don't kill me when I do forget this inevitably, that I forgot to do it, because at the end of every turn, gain 1 threat. So you just put a health marker on it, and then draw fate. If that result is 6+, the plane takes a damage, and it remains in play until I move the plane. So definitely makes you think twice before you get too far away. Now you can play this card. I can pay a fuel to move the plane, draw fate for damage. You may transport Claire if she is on the plane's location. So I can move the plane without her using a special adventure card. Otherwise, you have to be on the same space as the plane, which is Hendrick's camp, to actually move it. So right now we're going to possibly be damaging the plane, which isn't the end of the world, but you know, it is what it is. All right, so we're going to go ahead and explore, and we're going to do 4 here. All right, so if we have keyword temple, hey, we actually do. This is an early keyword hit. I like it. Let's see if we would have made sense here. Northwest of Hendrick's camp. Yeah, I guess that is northwest of Hendrick's camp. I probably could have paid attention to that last time and actually have done it, but you know, whatever. Now it's brand new and fresh. This is, I think, the only spot on this entire 2-page map I did not hit this last time. So, yeah, so we can go right to 4-1.
A corridor of crumbling columns runs deep into the mountain, where darkness huddles in cracks and corners and gathers in the chambers ahead. Statues with round faces drip with yellowed cobwebs, their double tongues hanging out in cheeky expressions. Miguel inspects one up close.
You could put this on Notre Dame, and no one would blink an eye.
Jesse creeps up behind him.
Don't stand too close, it could bite.
Miguel startles, and despite his proud posture, his face blushes red as an apple. Do you A, explore the temple, or B, turn back?
Ah, the torch is coming in handy. We can get rid of a torch or lose 12 health. We will take the torch. I didn't have a torch the last time. That happened to me in a totally different quest and had to take the big hit on health and gain frightened, which I believe stops you from being able to attack. That one sucks. So we're going to turn to 4-3.
Centipedes skitter underfoot. You follow their paths to a dark pool in the floor. As you peer into the water, ripples from the edge merge to form an amphibious face, its slimy voice coaxing you to come closer.
Distant gods with sickly faces, mourning. Wakened, they step beyond the sleeping tower. Hostile friends bestow these cursed tools. With power, gods and mortals adorning.
The face laughs.
This is the riddle. What are the tools? Tell me the answer, you who dare explore this temple to Omlud.
As you listen to the words, your mind becomes muddled. Do you A, clear your head and go deeper into the temple? Or B, try to solve this riddle?
Oh, well, I don't think there's any chance I pass a skill check of Cunning 12 because I forgot to camp first and foremost. I was planning on doing that before that. And if I wasn't on camera, I probably would go back and camp and just kind of redo it. But we're not going to cheat. We didn't camp. Even with stamina on everyone, you know, the likeliness 1, 2, there's none there, 3, 4, 5. Being able to hit a 7. There's a couple cards, I guess 1 card here. I can upgrade 2 people with cunning, although I don't even have enough cards. I would need 6 to do so, and I have 5 more. So that's not going to happen. And now the riddles I suck with. Distant gods with sickly faces mourning. Wakened, they sleep beyond the sleeping tower. Hostile friends bestow these cursed tools. With power, gods and mortals adorning. Oh my gosh. Write down a 1-word answer on the campaign sheet. Dude. This is a riddle. What are the tools? We're speaking about some tools with power, gods and mortals adorning. Distant gods with sickly faces mourning. Wakened, they step beyond the sleeping tower. Hostile friends bestow these cursed tools. With power, gods and mortals adorning. I don't know. Weapons? I don't know. There's no way I get this. I don't know if I needed some sort of other... I really wanted to do the cunning. I really wish I could have figured this thing out. I don't know. I think it's like weapons or something. I have no idea. Oh, 4, 6 is right there. I'm not even going to write it down. I'm guessing weapons. If you answered any of the following totems, artifacts, you answer correctly. No. Nope, I did not. If I did not answer correctly, you wander the temple for hours in a state of confusion. Move the time track 1. Okay. Lost some time. Lose 5 stamina. Well, good news. I only have 3 and I'm about to camp, so that's not that big of a deal. And 9 health. That sucks. So we're going to beat up on Miguel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we lost a bunch of health, and then we go to 4, 4.
A pile of damp rubble blocks the corridor, crusted with a fine layer of lime and minerals.
Ugh. Strength check. That's an easy fail. I don't even have any. This freaking kills me. Kills me. Damn. I knew I should have camped. Remember to camp. Those damn stamina tokens. And I will admit, in my last playthrough, whenever something like this happened, I would say, oh, I'm going to go back and camp. This one I did not. So this is it. I lose 10 health. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we'll give Jesse 10. That freaking sucks. Turn to 4.5.
After hours of scraping and digging, you enter the final chamber of the temple. A statue of a short, round woman with curly hair stands in the middle of the room, guarding a pool of water. Tiny clouds of silver light flutter from the glassy surface. They skim across the walls and up into the woman's face, lighting her stony expression with a wry, enchanting glow. She holds a fishing pole and a sword like frozen metal. The pole pries easily from her hand, and you cast the line into the pool. Out jumps a fish made of stone, eyes of diamonds, and as it touches the ground, it hardens into a lifeless statuette. You remove one diamond eye and put the fish back into the pool, where it wriggles away.
So I complete quest 4. I already put that in the box, and gain adventure card 7, ice blades. That's a pretty cool weapon right out of the gates. I can get rid of 2 threat with a synergy token. I can get rid of another one, 3 damage base plus a dice roll. That's actually absolutely wonderful to go in the old adventure deck early on. Sucks that I had to basically fail my way to it. That was actually pretty cool little adventure there. There wasn't many of those that I got into. I'm just like kicking myself in the ass that I didn't camp before that, and I didn't have the stamina tokens. I still could have easily failed the strength 12 for sure. This was a little early on. I don't have the adventure cards to do a lot of it. None of my adventure cards really let me get stamina back. None boost. Well, there's one that boosts strength, but nothing that much. So I likely would have biffed it. I do also get an ice diamond, so that's our first rare kind of resource here. So that's good. That's the second most rare. There's this rarity scale here. Basically, you can replace anything lower on the scale with something higher on the scale in completing your totem. So we do have a couple totems here. One totem, the Fire Blast Stone. As soon as we get 2 of the fire quartz, we can complete our first totem, or maybe we get other stuff before then. Who the heck knows? So we lost the time. We're back to the map. We are pushing. The way I'm thinking that I'm going to do these are 1 or 2 pages at a time, in increments. And if you guys like the video, then we're going to keep on pushing here. So I need to go to 7 if I were to go left, or 10 if I were to go up. Question is, do we have any keywords that point us west? Don't know. Let's see. So going up to 10, is there a huge bell tower there? Possibly. I don't see it on the map. Maybe up and to the left is the bell tower. It could be up there. There could be a bell tower. So thin branches or a haphazard ladder. Oh, you know what? There is a ladder there. So I think I'm gonna go north and see if we can figure out keyword bell here. So let's go to 10. We're gonna spend 1 time to get up there. So we were in the top left, so we go right here. Hey, that looks like a bell tower. Did we go right to it? Maybe, who knows? Let's check out 44. That'd be crazy if I just walked right into it. Oh, I'm not going to explore yet. I can't. What am I thinking? I only have 1 left. I am going to camp. So we'll get stamina tokens back everywhere. All right. 2 health gained everywhere. Up 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You know what? The one other thing that I always forgot was to use the adventure cards before I got going on the camp. So you're gonna give me a little bit of leeway here. I'm gonna act as if I just used my adventure cards, because I'm going to pick them right back up in my hand now that I'm camping. So one thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this in for a meat. So we're acting like we're doing that. We're just going to take these right back. I already have a meat. However, I'm going to immediately spend that meat for 3 hearts on that one. So I'll give 1, 2, 3. See what else can we get here. We do have a 2 heart adventure card. Sorry, this is kind of a lame way of doing this, but you know what? Sue me. We'll be nice to Miguel. We'll give Miguel a little something here. We can trade in some resources for a bunch of hearts. I don't think we need to do that. We don't need to use that, and none of those others work. So we'll take our adventure cards back. We've added health. We've added stamina. Oh, and then we just have to cross off one of our little camping things. First camp has been officially crossed off here. All right. We are going to forego that last time to get another one. We'll go back to the top. We're going to draw a couple of ability cards. We get those, and we're going to draw an event and keep pushing. Rats sneak into the plane, chew the wiring, and steal the food. Damn, they just jacked my meat. That freaking sucks. It's all right. Plane takes a damage. Those damn rats. And that's our event. And now we can explore. Now we have some time. We're going to spend that time, and we're going to see if this is Belle. Check it out. Hopefully we hit on one. So what I'm thinking is here, quest 27, thin branches are a haphazard ladder, arching as you climb to the top of a tree. To the north behind a wave of fog. That's a wave of fog. This has to be it. A huge falcon emerges from a window and flaps eastward until you lose sight of it. Flapping this way. Is there like a... I don't see it. Anyways, hopefully this is it. Let's check it out. Oh my gosh. Did I just do like the whole wrong thing? What an idiot. Why'd I go to 40? I'm not at 40, I'm at 44. Dude. Damn it. I just gotta pay attention. I don't get to cross that off. I just did all of 40. Where's 40 even? Oh my gosh. That's really annoying. All right, so we gotta recoup here. Give everyone their thing back. Just did the whole totally wrong quest like an idiot. I equipped, which I'll keep. I'll take that. That's fine. That's all I did. And then the fate was 3 that I drew, whatever. Well, let's go to 44 now. If I by any chance reset wrong, I just totally did the wrong quest. Good thing I didn't even look at quest 89. So that didn't make a lot of sense. I crossed off something on the map that I shouldn't have. So I didn't really see anything yet, but I just totally did the wrong one. Totally spaced. What am I even thinking? Yeah, I accidentally crossed off this King Trusium. So if we find 40, we passed it. Actually, we didn't. I reset some stuff, but still, I didn't use the tokens. But if we do find 40, it's probably worth going down. It was kind of a cool little adventure. What an idiot. 44, here we go.
An old church stands in the mist, its damp walls hiding in a blanket of lichen. A bell tower tilts above the fog. Its door shies from you as though embarrassed of its cracked wooden planks and rusty nails. Do you A, enter the broken front doorway? B, watch and wait for something to return to the bell tower? Or C, investigate a nearby graveyard?
Yeah, this is what we thought we were getting into, and I was a little confused as to why the bell tower didn't have the keyword bell in it. I was just going for it, but it does if you just do the right thing in the book. That's all you got to do is just do the right thing in the book. So we are definitely going to go with B. So let's see what we can do here. B 44.2. We do have keyword bell, so that's cool. Of course it's buffering. I had this on a cup. Oh, there we go.
A falcon soars down from the clouds and lands atop the bell tower. It tilts its head to give you a penetrating stare, then dives from the tower. It lands on a rock in the churchyard, wings rippling outward, and transforms into a woman in a thick coat of feathers. The skin around her eyes is stained black, starkly outlining her white pupilless eyes.
I am Hesra, daughter of the god Kempter. I've been watching you, and I know you seek totems from Ikra. What devious plan she has for you, I do not know, but I warn you not to trust her.
Trusting any of the gods is a dangerous game,
says Azarius. Hesra returns the barest hint of a grin.
That sounds like red heretic talk. Such disrespect would see you destroyed in older times, but it doesn't matter now. My sworn enemy, the god Thrak, is venturing north. If you ever find yourself facing him in combat, call my name, and I will do what I can to aid you.
Why is he your enemy?
Asks Jesse. Hesra sneers.
He stole my eggs for his depraved followers to consume. I will tear out his eyes in payment.
In a burst of feathers, she turns back into a giant falcon, flying high into the clouds until she disappears.
All right. What do we think about the voice acting so far here? I don't know. I found it hit and miss a little bit. That one was a little bit funny. But we're gonna gain. We do get to gain 2 ability cards for payment, I guess. So that's always good. And then we are gaining when we have to go further north now. So we're currently at 10, so we're here. So probably up in those 2 spaces, and I think we'll play this one out eventually. Where was I? Gain quest 78. 78. All right. New keyword feathers we'll want to look out for. We met Hesra, the falcon lady, the daughter of the god Kemter. She can transform into a giant falcon. She pledged to help us defeat her enemy, the god Thrak, if we ever face him in combat. So we are looking likely for a boss up north there. We will keep that in our little keyword stack. That is super exciting. I like the chain here we have on this quest. I didn't run into that at all in my first playthrough. So this is interesting stuff. Exciting. I like it. We are going to. Oh, do we have the? No, I do not have that symbol. I got to go around. I really don't want to deal with the health here. So I'm going to go straight over to 90. I will move 1 here and then pay 2. We don't have that extra time this time around to explore 90. Let's do it. Let's keep going. Let's see what we can do. Let's make sure we are a 90. I'm not going to like do 94 or something like that.
Wait a moment.
Azarius bends down to lift an ordinary-looking rock by an ordinary-looking tree to reveal a sealed envelope underneath.
I have allies who leave messages for me here.
He is distracted, scanning the letter with hungry eyes. As he reads, his expression darkens. Jesse pats him on the back.
You feeling okay, buddy?
Azarius shakes his head.
Pran is being threatened by Orphacian cultists. Cursed fools obsessed with violence and conquest. We took refuge in Pran after making some bitter enemies of the gods. No one was supposed to be able to find us. Even without their powers, the gods can't just let us leave.
Azarius turns towards the south, his expression full of anger, fear, and longing. He turns back towards you.
Please, it's out of your way, and it's no benefit to you. But I'll never make it on time on my own. If you help me rescue Pran, I will be in your debt.
Of course we're going to help. Right, Claire?
Jesse shoots you a glance that says you'd better not argue.
All right, so we gain. We have to cross off location 90, can't come back. Gain 161 and 162. We get a new keyword and letter here. Azarius receives news that the town of Pran, I thought this was a person for a second, where many Lucran refugees have settled, is under attack by Orphacian cultists. He wants to rescue them as soon as possible. So a new keyword to deal with. Oh, you know what we've been forgetting to do? I think we've taken 2 turns now that... Here, we'll deal with that in just a second. So we have 161 and 162. I think we also get 162 here. It says 114. Oh, this is a new location. I didn't come across any of these. It's a distant location. There's rules around distant locations. We'll figure that out later. So if we want to go on that quest, once we have the plane, we can definitely do so. I believe it takes extra fuel or something like that. All right, so back to business here. This is the end of the turn. I think I've done it 2 other times. So I have a feeling that speak of the plane, we're about to take some hits here. So we should have been gaining threat. So you gain threat, draw fate if over 6 plane damage. All right, there's 1 plane damage. I'm gonna do it twice. If I needed to do it 3 times, my bad. We'll do another one. No, we do not take plane damage that time. So that is that. Interesting. We have some other things here to do. My play is here around an hour. When I edit it down, it'll be a little bit shorter. I'd like to keep these a little bit shorter. There's a ton of stuff happening over here. Interesting. I see something that I needed to find on my last playthrough, but I need a different quest. So that's kind of fun as you start to go through this a second time and you get to new places. Oh, I wish I would have gone to that spot because there was probably something there that I had needed. Yeah. So that ends the turn completely. I'm wondering, should we do one more? Maybe we get into a battle. Maybe something like that happens. Who knows? So let's do our due diligence here. We're going to gain a couple. We've got lots of these, lots of upgrades that we can do, which maybe I'll do in the next video. Okay, got those. New event. Toothache. Jesse has a painful toothache. Pull the tooth. Ooh, do we have 7? 1, 2, 3, 4. We might be able to hit it. Yeah, let's try to pass this check here. I am going to equip. Maybe I'll do this. Give this to Jesse. A rope for 2. That might be a good one. Do we have any others here? Bushcraft. When any player camps, get a rope. That one is great. That one's really good. I'm going to do that. All right. So we will do that to equip. Every time we camp, we have to remember to get a rope. So that's cool. And we're going to go ahead and try to pass this. We have 2 with Jesse, 3, 4, 5. We just need 2 more. I think that's pretty safe. And we hit a 7. So didn't need to commit all of those. But we do gain some liquor. We gain a little liquor here to take the old edge off. That also takes away thumbs down with low morale and frightened if we ever need to. So this is fine. We got rid of the toothache. Jesse did not take all of that. And we're going to go ahead and move 1 to get to 78 and then 2 to explore 78 here. See if we can get ourselves into some trouble here. Still no battles. I'm a little bit disappointed. I wanted to get a battle in this first session, but you know, if you want to see a battle, you may have to give me a thumbs up or a comment or something saying you like this playthrough and you want to see more. Otherwise, these take a long time. But you know, this is also fun. It's fun doing this the second time around. It's also kind of enlightening, you know, so far. You know, some of the preconceived notions I had on the first playthrough might be already being broken a little bit on the second one. So I don't know. We'll see. We're early. I am wasting time here. 78.
A ragged man with midnight hair stumbles through the grass, his desperate gaze resting on you as if he were swimming in a vast ocean and you were a boat on the horizon. In the far distance, 4 men on horses gallop in your direction. The ragged man calls out as he gets closer.
King Trusium's men are hunting me down for spreading the truth about the corrupt king. If they catch me, they'll kill me. Please help me escape.
Do you A, search for a place to hide in the nearby canyon? B, turn the man over to King Trusium's men? Or C, tell the man you can't help him?
Okay, I'm definitely going to do a skill check here. The question is 10 perception or 10 strength. I've got 3 here. Turn the men over to King Trusium's men. So that got a box checked reporting to the gods in the quest that I shouldn't have done, which I know where that is. So if I want to continue to go up on that track, that would probably be a good one. And I'm probably most likely to pass the strength. So we're going to go ahead and do that strength check here with Azarius. So that puts us at 3. And actually, before we do it, maybe we'll take an opportunity to look at, I think I'm going to use this here and we'll put it on, Miguel. I've always neglected poor Miguel. I feel like Jesse's kind of a badass, and I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna lean into that and have Jesse. What do I want to do? Oh, that's a good one. I've been drawing some good abilities. The first playthrough, I had no idea what good abilities were whatsoever. So, you know, inevitably I was just discarding anything. I was just trying to get through. You get so many of these ability cards. So we get 3 from Azarius. What is our check? 10. We get 2, so we're up to 5. 6 from Miguel. Ooh, do I want to equip anyone else? Oh, I don't have anything else. So 6. Oh, I could fail this. I could definitely fail this. I need technically a 3 because I do have an adventure card that would boost this. Oh, that is a freaking failure. That sucks. 9 health. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I kind of just haphazardly passing these things out. I decided to give Miguel a little bit of a break here. That's unfortunate. However, we do go to 78.2.
You have no idea what you're doing. You're only propping up a tyrant.
Screams the ragged man.
You strangers value goodness and order and tradition. It's clear,
says the horseman after they've bound and gagged their quarry.
King Trucium needs good people like you in his service. Visit Stormlock City and read the posters to learn of the king's missions.
That was a choice in the quest that I accidentally did. So I know where that is, actually. That's interesting. Although I didn't choose that choice, so it would be new. All right. Gain quest 76, and I do get to mark the box, which I already did here. I circled it. We know that, okay, I get to actually mark the king, whatever his name is. 76 keyword order. King Trucium's guard tried to enlist us in service of the king. He told us to read the posters in the Stormlock City. Now, I do know that is 40 because I cheated. However, I will have to remember it. I will not write that down as a matter of principle. So we know that keyword order is living in 40. All right, we have 2 more time here until our end of our turn. We're going to use it to get up into here. That puts us back here at the beginning of a turn. End of turn, we are going to do really quick here. Add another. I'm sure we're going to add another damage to our poor plane here. Oh, yeah. Plane damages. Yeah. Do we have even an airport here? I don't even think we do. We're gonna need to get that sucker back here pretty soon. So yeah, because that card is plaguing us, and a lot of them, if you damage the plane, you actually got to discard it. This is one. This is kind of a particularly bad one here. So we're going to want to ride on that plane, probably to location 40 in the next episode, to play forward what this this quest is telling us to do. I'm trying to figure out where 40 is even on the map. It's in the let's see, we are here. It's just to the left of us. So we know that there's something cool to the left of us in that Stormlock City. We also have something to the north of us as well on one of these quests that we've collected here. So there is that. We've got a couple of quest cards, or I guess event cards, that we've got to deal with this next time. And that's it. We're going to end it here. We've got a lot more to go here, and I think I'm going to keep going with this. I'm going to keep playing it. I'm going to keep filming it for you and just kind of see where this playthrough goes. Let me know in the comments if this is something you like to see. Did you like this style of playthrough? I hope some people stayed. I know these games are kind of tough if you ever want to play them because you're afraid of spoilers. So, you know, if you didn't stay and you're not hearing this, I don't blame you. Otherwise, thanks for being here. I'm out of here. Have a good night. Night, day. I don't know when you're watching this. It's just a night where I'm at. You have a great day, night, whatever it may be. See you later.